Good evening from beautiful, beautiful Calgary, Canada. As we take a look at a beautiful sunset over downtown and the Calgary Tower. 53 years old, the tower is. And we're going to bring you here to Canada Olympic Park as you see the Canada Olympic Sports Hall of Fame. And we're going to bring you into Winsport Arena, home of the curling bubble, the final event of this bubble setup here in Calgary. And this is our final round robin session of the LGT World Women's Curling Championship, originally a postponed draw from earlier in the week. And so this is actually session 7. Typically tonight we would have our first qualifying game, but that has been moved to play tomorrow morning along with the other qualifying game. So our matchup here tonight is between Scotland and China. And as you see the lineup for Scotland, Lauren Gray is the lead. And that's actually Jen Dodds in the photo and Victoria Wright and Eve Muirhead at skip. And China lead Zhiyang Xindi, second Zhang Lijun, third Dong Jiqi, and the skip Han Yu. And here are the standings. Switzerland, RCF, Sweden, Denmark, Canada, and the United States have all qualified their nation for the Beijing Olympics next year, as well as into the qualifying and playoff rounds here at this World Championship. And Korea gets left out because of head-to-head and draw to the button, as well as Scotland, regardless of what happens tonight. And you see the rest of the field. And here are the matchups for tonight. Again, this is a draw that was originally scheduled for this past Sunday morning that had to be postponed and is now being played tonight. So Czech Republic is taking on Denmark, Scotland taking on China, Switzerland, Estonia, and Sweden versus Japan. And welcome back here inside the Winsport Arena. My name is Jill Officer, and I am joined by Olympic and world champion Kevin Martin to give you the call on this game between Scotland and China. And should be a pretty good one, Kevin, even though these teams are out of contention, always wanting to add one more to the win column.
That's right, and both teams actually did pretty well this week, and you know, Scotland's in a very uncomfortable situation. They win this game, they're 7-6, same as teams that are in, but because of who beat who, draw the button, and many other things, this game, even if they win it, they can't get in, and it's got to be a very tough feeling. And for Team China, it's a matter of this young Han Yu skip that is just impressing everybody, and you know, another win means a lot to a young team, even though they won't be in the playoffs, but they're going forward towards the Olympics. Being the host, they'll be part of the action there no matter what.
See the teams take some warm-up slides. There is a substitution on the Scottish team. The alternate Sophie Sinclair has come in for usual second, Jennifer Dodds.
Jennifer's got lots of work to do in the next few weeks, getting back to Scotland, and of course heading up to Aberdeen for the mixed doubles with Bruce Mowat. So
might as well rest her up.
Well, absolutely, yeah. She's got work to do to try to get a spot for Great Britain at the Olympic Games. Not Scotland in the Olympic Games, but Great Britain.
That's right. And as we take a look at rock colors here, Scotland will be red, China yellow, and draw to the button advantage from pregame practice goes to Scotland. So we will see China lead Zhiyang Xindi get us underway here.
And getting this game started, I should mention, Jill, that of course you're a world champion, Olympic gold medalist, many years with, of course, the Jennifer Jones team.
Yes,
In
yes,
a whole bunch of stuff,
Yeah.
obviously, for a very long time. So it's a pleasure working with you, Jill.
Yes,
This will be
thank you,
fun
and
again.
you. So China comes into the top 8, and Scotland will step up to try to play the hit. So we see 29-year-old Lauren Gray, the lead for this Scottish team. And if you're just joining us for this last day of round robin, we were out for a bit. Our broadcasts were out for a bit due to some COVID protocols, and we've been back. This is our 3rd draw for the day, but you may notice some different camera angles from usual, as there's been some new protocols put in place. But we're happy to be here to be able to bring you this action to the best that we can.
We are really happy to be here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're hoping all of our crew that are stuck back at the hotel are doing well and able to tune in. So with that hit there by China, corner guard Kevin.
Yeah, the rock was fairly close to the 4 foot to start with. So hitting, Lauren hit the first time, another hit is made, but now the rock's out in the 12-foot circle. So a lot less chance of it stealing a point. So throw a corner guard, let's get some aggression going, a little bit of offense, and here we go. About a halfway guard, that's just fine.
Okay.
It's so weird being on this side.
5 rock rule, that corner guard cannot be removed yet. Looking for a tight center guard. A few feet out front, broom's length, something like that. This rock is over curling a little bit, leaving the back one open. That's why they weren't sweeping it, to bring it tighter to the rings, because it was losing line.
So it could be a bit fresh. Yeah, just feel a little heavy on it.
And so here is the normal alternate for this Scottish team, Sophie Sinclair, stepping in to play this final round robin game.
Only 24 years old, so she'll be excited to get in this game.
It's going.
Oh, nicely done. Just gets it out and stays. Perfect shot.
Just to review our rules of play, 6 ends minimum teams are required to play, 38 minutes of thinking time, and each squad gets 1 60-second timeout that they can consult with their coach. So we see Zhang Lijun.
I would like to hit and stay, maybe roll into the center a little bit, into the 8-foot circle. But this is really moving. Oh, well done to hold it, though. It's a good shot.
It's really gradual. It's nice, Carl. Okay.
Clean! 9-5! Clean! Clean, yeah! Whoa!
Yep.
Whoa! Whoa!
9-5.
Clean! Good, Sophie. 9-5.
It's a good start.
Yes.
Perfect.
So the alternate players get a chance to be on the ice every night. They're stuck with the late night draw. After every evening game, the alternate players and coaching staff go out to match rocks and practice. So Sophie has been on the ice, but the ice conditions at that point of the day are quite worn down, and it'd be quite different than playing on this nice, great surface during a game.
Yeah, they don't resurface after the game before alternates and coaches go out, so usually it's quite frosty, can be quite flat,
And heavy.
not a lot of pebble, heavy. So, but it does give you a chance to get used to the building and the surroundings and all of that.
And stay loose physically.
Good weight.
wanting to hit and stay out in the wings. Not attempting to roll behind the middle, because that would have, the red stone would have rolled behind the button. But now the red is high enough that Team China, if they manage to roll behind the center, it'll likely be just in front of the button or on it.
So these two teams, while they have yet to qualify their nation for the Olympic Games, there is one more chance. Olympic qualifier later this year, late in the year, will be held, and these two teams will be able to, or these two nations will be able to be represented at that event.
Yep. Yep.
Pardon me, China, however, does have the host entry for Beijing, but a number of these teams here at the event that have not qualified their nation will be able to go to that Olympic qualifier.
Not an easy feeling, though. Not an easy feeling,
No.
being one of those, especially a team like Eves, that are so good all the time, and then now have to go and fight it out in a qualifier.
Nice. 11-5.
Be tough.
Wait.
So that overrolled about a half stone, so it's possible to hit and stay. See the beautiful weight here coming in, and it just overcarved it a little bit. You can see that rock curl as soon as hit it from the outside, and sure enough, it overcurled about a half stone here. So an out turn, hacked aboard waiter.
Young skip here in Hanyu, 20 years old.
Good throw. So just missed the line call there a little bit, trying to roll behind the corner guard. Didn't quite roll as far as would have liked. Very impressive young curler on you, and there'll be a lot of pressure on her, skipping that team in the Olympic Games. That's, I guess, no better way to learn than to just have at it.
Yes, no kidding. And for it to be your first games and in your home country. As we watch 31-year-old Eve Muirhead.
Wanting just a small little roll. Trying to get around the corner guard.
10-6. Okay. That's a lot less than what I thought.
10-6 being the speed of the throw, and they expected a little more curl hog line in. Just didn't bend a bunch. Oh, Team China's got to be a little careful not to jam on the yellow stone just outside the house. If it hit about a half rock, that would be close to jamming. Oh, they're just talking about that.
They heard you, Kevin.
I've got to talk a little quieter. But just be careful. You can get the hit and roll behind the center without jamming it. Just want to be conscious of it.
Now trying to finish it. They get a little bit of a flop in behind.
Very nice. That's mostly buried. Well done. Makes the blank tough. Took away that chance of jamming, going behind the corner.
It looks like Eve feels like they can get to it with that guard being a little bit higher. So this will be the final stone for Eve Muirhead of Scotland here in the first. with an attempt at a blank.
Clean, good throw. This is a tough blank.
Nice shot.
No problem. She made it look easy, and that will be a blank, and Scotland will hang on to the last stone advantage heading into end number 2.
Good throw. No, it doesn't.
No, I was just saying it doesn't do much.
Nice. Good job. Good.
擦出线，那这边后期会。
Welcome back here to Winsport Arena for the LGT World Women's Curling Championship. Scotland and China blank by Scotland in the first end, and will hang on to last stone. And so we see a center guard by China, and the call for a corner here for Scotland, and we're getting right into it, Kevin.
Yeah, there'll be some rocks in play this end, definitely. And there was actually a few last end. It was a good end. Just everybody's close to getting that perfect roll, but either didn't roll quite far enough or a little bit too far. And a much better center guard this time. Last time it was quite long. And the corner was quite long last time as well, but this is much better also.
Well played. Nice. Good sweep. Thanks.
No wasting time. China steps up to go around the center.
Well swiped.
Yeah, try not to be too deep. Top 8, bite top 4 is perfect. You don't really want to be in the button area too early. This one has plenty of weight. Certainly going to be into the full 4 foot, even behind the button a little bit.
Lauren Gray trying to come through these guards, which is no problem, and hold the line to tap it back. It'll just go out.
Yeah, nice weight control there. Just enough to remove the stone, and nice roll. That is buried. So nicely done. This will be a freeze attempt. Try to freeze to shot stone.
And we'll get our first update here tonight over on Sheet D, Sweden and Japan. And Japan here with last stone, Kevin.
Yeah, Sweden having the house split. Kept a couple of rocks in the house for quite some time, and there is a double possibility, but it's not worth the risk in the first end. This is a hit against 2. Just make sure you hit and stay and open up with a score. That's exactly what happened. So 1-0, Team Japan.
And a miss here on our sheet by Sophie.
Yeah, trying to peel that guard off and just missed everything. So a chance to come around and put one right on top of the perfect freeze from last shot. Really set up a good end here. This looks pretty nice. Freeze right to the face. Pretty good. Would like to curl just a little bit more.
Take a look at national coach for Scotland, David Murdoch. You're familiar with him, Kevin? And
yes.
lots of years playing against David.
Yeah, a very good player from Scotland for, well, forever, for a long time. Now coaching, so obviously a terrific coach to have.
Okay.
So they Scotland moved some stuff around. But China still sits one, the top of the forefoot.
Yeah, a nice aggressive call here. Could hit the back one to sit 2, but instead coming around the center again to lie 2 buried. I really like this call.
And this won't quite get there. It froze into it, but it does go far enough for a second shot. And Chinese team coach, Marco Mariani. Can't watch. It's been a long week, eh, Marco? Yeah, a little yawn and
Well, Eve going after shot stone here. Trying to hit and roll to the outside. Have play move away from the 4-foot circle. Line looks really good. Now trying to roll behind the corner guard.
Nice. That was 11. Nice.
The reason Eve was saying, whoa, 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 trying to hold on for shot stone. But that was a really nice shot. Moves play away from that 4-foot. That's what Eve was after.
And as we mentioned, national coach, Dave Murdoch. The team coach for Scotland is Christian Lindstrom.
Trying to get by the corner guard. It's getting close. And now a roll right over. Excellent shot.
Wow, rolls right over to sit in front of that Scottish stone.
Because that was a concern, you know, that red rock at the back might come into play later, but with this roll coming right across and on top, just takes away that red one. So really, really well done.
And as we mentioned, Christian Lindstrom.
If we do pull up here, it's okay.
the coach of this team.
Yeah, let's make sure we're good running weight then, so we can do something with it. I would say here more than that.
Teams all have a team coach here and a national coach, so a couple of different roles.
Okay, close, very close. I think you can go just now, so. Line's nice. Yeah, you can't hurt it. Top 8! No, top 4! Line's really good. Where needs to go? It's in top 4! Right, whoa then! Whoa!
Trying to be just short of the tee. Well, not back 4 because that'll set up for a freeze. If it's going to be deep, take it well back. Would like to safer shot. It does.
Really nice weight, just lost the line.
That's fine.
Just curl.
You just don't want it right behind the buttonhole. Team China comes around on the button, and then you've got nothing, no way to score. So
No
back
room.
8, no room. So back 8 for Team China. If it's going to bear, you can leave it around the button, but if it's not, take it back to the freeze.
小不小呢？我感觉4.65、4.1。
我觉得跟你刚才投点球的滑速度是差不多的。行，一点点，再收点，掉不下去。4.1。
4.1。
Nice straight line, right down the line of delivery. Haven't seen many curlers look down on release. That's very unique. Myself, Wayne Madaw, we always look down at the start for rock position, but that's different. So it's, but obviously very skilled. So the interesting how it works in her mind's eye, what she's looking at. Very nice shot right into the pocket in the back. So that takes away that red stone. See, dead straight to the broom, eyes straight ahead, but straight down on release. Very interesting.
挺好的，我觉得你看我那给的大吧，你说，然后后来慢慢折下来了。
Top button's perfect.
Okay. It's usual speed here. It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A wee bit more ice because I thought through her's pretty nice and it still
And it curled.
didn't pass the guard by huge amount. I think I can
Okay.
go an inch less or not. I think it'd be close. Right.
An inch
Okay.
less.
We'll stick with that.
Top button.
Yeah.
You heard it. Top button. They're trying to wrap around here.
Okay, I think
Line's
that's pretty
good.
close. A little light maybe.
Yeah.
Top 8. I think you can go
Line's
just
really
nice.
good. Just wait, guys.
Yep, you can go
Give
just
it a
nice.
chance to
Yep.
run. Wait on
We're
just
close.
wait.
Weight's good.
Quickly.
Weight's good.
Line's perfect.
We're really
Close
close, though.
line.
Oh, line's perfect. This should be close.
Hard line. Hard.
Sweeper's trying to get this by the top one and drag it in.
Keep going, Sophie. Keep going.
It looks terrific.
Go. Good sweep.
Nice sweep.
That's it. Okay.
Good job.
Get it almost to the forefoot.
Thanks.
5.
14.5. Right.
Basically, though, about a half open, should be able to pick it out. And even if you roll your chute out, there's no way to deal with that back yellow.
Over on sheet A, Czech Republic and Denmark. Denmark with a score of a single in the first end. As we take a look at Czech Republic lead, or skip, pardon me, Anna Kubishkova.
Yes, an left-hand in-turn draw. Denmark sitting 2. The rock at the very back 12-foot is a biter. So it's 2 stones in the ring. So this is a lefty in-turn draw to the at least full 12. Sweepers are not on it, though. Need this to come down. Need this to come down. It does. It's hanging in the back 8-foot. So 1 point. Tie game. 1-1 after 2.
See the last stone for Han Yu. This end. Trying
To get on this to get by. This is getting really close. Oh,
sneaky.
sneaky. Yeah, didn't get by, but did the job.
幸好碰了一下啊。
Curling in towards the rock in the front 12, front 8. Watch this. Kisses it,
这9秒
but still hits enough to remove.
汤家停掉，他往上走了。
And still sitting 2, so this will be a draw for a single.
Come to those back ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just to be sure, another few is perfect. I'll keep calling.
Yeah, even if you were to bump the yellow, you couldn't bump it far enough to bring the red in for second shots. So this is a draw to the 4-foot.
Okay, I like it.
Line's good.
T-line, heavy clean.
Last stone here in end number 2.
T-line,
Okay.
heavy
Go
clean.
back and just now.
Eve got to throw the exact same shot on the first one, so
Whoa, whoa,
would
whoa,
certainly
whoa,
expect
just
this to
clean.
be close.
You need back and use the car.
No, no, we're okay. We're okay. I'll clean.
You sure?
Stop.
If you need back and curl it.
Oh, this is going too far.
Oh, and the sweepers thought it was okay, but it's not, and that'll be a steal of 1 for China. Some frustration there by Eve.
Oh, guys.
Sorry, Eve, that was my bad. Sorry. Sorry, Beck, that was my fault.
So that'll be 1-0 China after 2.
灯的感觉那块儿，行，还挺好的。
但是头跟2个、3个才滑。第一个
可以稍微提一点，然后第二个我感觉可以降力量了。行，拉开了之后就滑了。好，
Okay with that. For the first half of that, I wasn't okay either, but I was okay second. What's the point? No, Stony game. Canada game as well.
Welcome back here to the LGT World Women's Curling Championship. Third end here in this matchup between China and Scotland, and a steal of 1 after a sweeping error in the last end by Scotland.
注意一下你那个出手，太长了。行，加油，再走大，15秒4，好。
So Eve, instead of throwing the corner guard this time, because it's an odd end, meaning it's end number 3, will come around the center guard. If this was end 4 or 6, it would be a corner guard thrown.
Just wait! 6!
So the idea here is come around the center. If things work out nice, you get 2 points, great. But keep the blank in play. That's the idea behind this.
That's good, Lauren. That's nice weight.
It's making the most of it. Oh, just a wee tick and buried a good half. Had the red stone got by, it would have completely curled into the open. Trying to make the hack weight hit and stay in the rings.
Trying to get this by the guard. And it'll just tick and roll and sit for shot rock.
Even had that got by and made contact, it wouldn't have had enough weight to remove the red. The red would have stayed in the back 8 foot. So just a little light for the broom. Had it had hack weight, it would have got by and would have been just fine.
Was it 10, Eve? Yep. Okay.
Now Eve's got what she wanted. She's got 1 in the house, hitting to lie 2. No big stress on this potential chance for 2 points, but definitely has it going.
Clean.
Whoa, Sophie! Vicky! Hard!
Hard bet.
Quick. Hard. That's nice. Well done, guys. Good. Good, Lauren. 27 minutes.
Yeah. Nice.
That's a good weight.
So nice hit and stick there, and China will try to hit this red one at the top 12 foot as we take a look at Sweden, Japan. Japan up 1-0, and last stone here for Anna Hasselberg in 2.
And Anna's got to go wide. Try to hit the 4-foot circle. Yellowstone in the top 8 is completely buried. Looks like the line's pretty good. Just cleaning this rock. By the guard, by the rock in the top 8. That was the problem stone. Perfect, right on the button. 1-1 after 2.
Back on our sheet, Sophie Sinclair stepping in here for Jennifer Dodds.
Well, this rock's really moving, trying to save it so it hits and stays in the house. Well, it does. It does put the 2 red stones together, though, so a double is now possible. Didn't really want to roll that far, obviously. Normal, so just on the nose or slightly across nose, we'll get the double. There you go. Good picture of it. Right on the nose is just fine. It's got to be very, very close. Oh, it does over curled.
And rolls out. And
seemed like they were pretty happy with the line, Gilda, for quite a while there.
yeah, it did. And maybe we'll get a look at it here, Kevin, to see if it made a move.
Oh, it did all of a sudden. It did. Because it just took off there for some reason and over curled.
So an opportunity now for Scotland to put some separation between their stones.
Yeah, get this rock all the way over to the outside 12 would be perfect. Around the tee line, so there's no double.
Yep, you can go back. Line's top 4, I think. Top 4. Line's good. Line's good. Okay, we top 4. Line's good. Top 4. No, we want it here. Hard, Dave. You gotta go. Hard. How high?
Like really high.
Top 8. Yeah, keep going, keep going.
Leave it here. Okay. Sorry, so.
That's good.
Okay.
Well, it's okay. The problem is a roll would be right to the top of the 4 foot
Good there.
rather than being way back at the tee line or further. Then a roll is made. It's not a dangerous rock. It's in the back 8 or something. So a chance here. Hit and roll or hit and roll over in front of the red one on the other side of the house. Either or is fine. Well, showing a lot of pace here. Must be going after the double. This is moving though.
And it'll just roll over and out. Not quite out, maybe. Yes, I think it is. And so another opportunity for Scotland to make this one better.
Hey, top.
That was a very steep double to take on.
Yeah.
To think about it, you know, they've had quite a few rocks left. Probably the prudent call would have been to hit and stay, try to roll behind the center or further. Take your time, be patient. But because now, if this draw is made to the tee line or a hair behind, you're really in trouble for 2 points.
You want it back, right? You can't really harm it.
Wait, good.
If you can't harm it, go. Back forward.
Scotland trying to get this in a
Yeah, you
better
gotta go.
place.
Keep going, Sophie. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Go.
And it is a little deeper, but still a chance, Kevin.
Well, this is an easier double. This is a thick half. This is more natural to a person's eye than hitting a quarter of a rock. So, and same with this one though. If the tolerance to hit it a little bit thick and just roll over, bunch the rocks together so you can make a double. You don't want to hit this too thin. That would be the wrong way to miss it.
And it just goes underneath. And So a third chance for Scotland to put this in a place where there's no double.
Just needs to be a little deeper. That's right. Yeah. But that's kind of the youthful energy when it's all or nothing every shot. But there's no need to do that. Just hit and roll over. You know, make your team's shots as easy as possible to make the other team's shots as difficult as possible. And that's not what's happening here. Team China are trying the very difficult shot and leaving Team Scotland with very easy ones. So that's just something that Hanyu will learn over time. And this one's made perfect. There is no double on that.
Third time's a charm.
This time it's not there though.
I mean for Scotland.
Oh, Scotland. Yes,
third
yes,
time's
yes.
a charm for putting it in the right place.
They definitely did that time. Perfect. A hit and roll to the center line would be the desired outcome. Hit and roll buried.
Trying to get the roll over and we'll actually hit it on the outside and roll for a biter.
Okay, so same sweep behind T.
So Eve has a chance to replace the rock in the exact same spot as the last one. That was excellent location.
Next door on sheet A, Czech Republic and Denmark. Denmark here with last stone.
A chance to make the blank here. This rock's really curling though, but trying to make the blank. Oh, now trying to go across the face. No. It's in the house, so 1 point on the missed blank attempt.
So 2-1 Denmark. There after 3. Claire and Gray for fourth time down this path trying to manage this stone to a spot where there won't be a double.
I think they've left a double though. That there's a bit of an angle. This is certainly there. So about 7/8, 3/4 would be close. Crosshouse double, and this would be for a force because of the biter. This is not an easy double though. Has to be hit very exacting.
Last stone for Han Yu here in 3.
Jumped on that right away. This is moving a little bit away from center here.
Just a nose hit, and that means a chance for 2 here for Scotland.
Just a little bit inside the broom on release on that one. Slid good, but then just turned it ever so slightly, and that's enough to do it. So it's a nose hit now.
Okay, 10.
Yeah,
You've all had a few up here and it seems to run pretty
it's really nice. Yeah, nice line.
Third end, final stone for Eve Muirhead. Looking for a
10,
score of
5.
2.
Clean. Wait, flight. Almost
Should
11.
know this spot well. A lot of rocks that went down
Almost 11.
this area with the outturn.
Yep.
And just sort of cleaning it all the way, so
Nice, Eve.
good end.
And that is a 2 on the board for Scotland, and they'll take a 2-1 lead.
Such nice lines going that way. Really nice throw. Good job.
正好倒过直来了，第4局奔2分打正常。行。他要站位的话，边区站一个呗，边区站位。对，咱正常打1。图形中区。
Welcome back here to the LGT World Women's Curling Championship of 2021. Our feature game, Scotland-China. Scotland with a deuce last end, and China will have the hammer here in 4.
Yeah, good game so far. Well played. Lots of rocks in play.
14-7. That's okay. Good. Nice. Good line.
Nice center guard.
Okay.
线路 OK， 还可以啊。4点等。偏4区可以等。3、4下线，下线。等一等再踩。不踩。进来了吗？已经。进不去。可以带着。
Trying to throw a corner here. Sweeper's not really wanting to touch it for a while, and
再来一点。再下点，再下一点点。
Now the perfect depth is the LGT logo, and that's very well done. No problem.
15秒。老安，我场地练习的时候。
Similar speech, or do you think here more camera? Okay, use your eyes on this.
tournament numbers for Lauren at 83.
I think we're there.
Belt all there. Belt all there.
Top 4. Yep. Line only. Yep. Line. Good. Hard line.
Trying to get by. Is really curling towards guard though. That is going to wreck on the front.
Nice throw, Lauren. Okay. Well, he was nice.
Yeah, weight was good. That would have been right in the top 8 foot.
So China trying to take advantage of their guard. So we see the tournament numbers for Jiang Shindi.
Trying to use the corner guard, trying to stay in front of the tee if possible. Once this starts to move though, it'll really move off that center line.
Just ticks the guard and rolls into the open.
Could have ticked a little harder, would have went behind the reds, but
of course, Sophie, the alternate player here for Scotland, has stepped in at the 2nd position, and so there are no tournament accuracy numbers.
Keep going. All the way. Okay, nice throw. 10-7.
Oh, pretty close weight, actually.
That was good. Nice line, Sophie.
Okay.
That's fine.
so that rock does roll a little bit, but still totally open on the in-turn side.
Tournament numbers for Zhongli Jun. She tries to play a hit and a roll behind the center, and it won't quite roll far enough.
10秒4，10秒4。
咱俩擦好，到前面先掉下去了。
Trying to make it curl enough to get the roll. Not quite.
Sheet C update. Switzerland, Estonia in a tie game here. And looks like a shot for a few here, Kevin, for Swiss.
Yeah, the Yellowstone, the shot rock. That was a freeze attempt on the skips last and just came up a little bit heavy and kissed off into the open and gives Alina Petz an in-turn tap for 3. Line looks really good coming in. You see Esther in the house. Silvana having a rest this game because they have first place wrapped up. So Carol Hovard is in. So 4-1 now, Team Switzerland.
And over on sheet D, Sweden, Japan. Japan, the 1-point lead right now.
Yeah, this is a very, very tough in-turn. Well, kind of a freezy tap. Needs to get the weight right on this one to get to the buried red stone. Anna on her last actually through the guard you see right there. And now wants to kiss off it. That is a lovely shot for 1. A tough one. 2-1 now. Team Japan.
China stepping up to try to play the run back, it looks like.
Yeah, that red is completely buried and there's not really a draw around it. So there's not a lot of choice here but to try the double and roll the shooter off to a corner.
Tournament numbers for Dong Jiqi.
Needs to curl up a little bit. Oh, close, but not quite. Just had to come up just a little bit more to make the double. You can see with the placement of the corner guards, both the red corner and the yellow corner, both are covering the draw to the button. So Eve Muirhead will just be asking for another guard, guarding shot stone.
82% for Nikki Wright for the week.
Really nice. Easy. Sophie! 3/4. Line's good. Whoa. Run in. Whoa.
Line's perfect.
No. Just clean. Okay, just clean, Sophie.
Hey, Sophie.
At the top of the LGT.
Line looks pretty good.
Top of the LGT.
Sit. Off. Line's really nice.
Sit. Good. Nice shot.
Oh, very good. Well, you pretty much need to make this run back now, or there's not going to be much of a way in to the scoring area for the skipper.
Oh, and they will dead jam it behind the guards there. So a chance for Scotland to wrap another one in there.
Yeah, Eve should be able to get at least full 4, maybe even a bite of the button and stay in front of the tee line. If this is absolutely perfect, really shrink the scoring area for Han Yu on her first.
Okay. I'll make sure I'm out to here and let it run for a while, I think.
That sounds good. Yeah. That sounds perfect. Okay, I think we're pretty close.
79% for Eve for the tournament.
Top four. T. Oh, got room. T. Line only just out.
Line's good.
T line.
Really good. Yeah.
Top four.
Okay, line's so good. Yep. Just wait, guys.
Wait's there. Wait's good. Wait's good.
Line looks good. Wanting to be full 4, maybe bite the button.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Really good.
Really good judge.
Really good.
Nice weight.
Excellent.
Perfect. Good.
Stopped weight where they wanted it, and
14-1. Okay. Cool.
China will have to try to run this back again.
A good throw for that curl as well.
Try to make the run double.
这点多大力
So
量？
just off the nose on the center line side, across the top of the red, straight back. To get rid of both reds, this is a lot to ask. But they're not really a choice. You could play the outturn tap, but even if you made it, you just roll into the hole, and you're forced anyway. This way you could make the raise double and stay in the house.
See Dong Zhiqi lining it up,
啊，打得偏一点也行，
or
正着
pardon
打。
me, Jiang Shindi.
大力，8秒，8秒，这里，
Needs to curl up
下线兄弟，
just off nose.
可以。
And right through the hole.
我再擦一点好了，夸那个。
A little bit of bad fortune there. Could have ticked off the red guard and still got rid of some red
好
stones.
直啊，给着这一就在这打。
Trying to make direct contact though, and just hitting it a little thin, and that's a little bit unlucky, and still block the outturn draw path.
没有，因为再掉一点，还能正好从那空里钻过去。
You know, even touching 12th, it's not terrible. No, happy with that.
Right there, yeah, it can be in the house. Give an easy double on the top too, but then you score the back one. And that's just fine. So
Giving us one. Yeah. So I think touch 12 booty. And it makes the draw very hard. Touch 12?
So you want it to touch
I think
12?
so.
Yeah.
And then it
A
makes
little
the draw
short
very,
spine
very
back.
hard.
Yeah, yeah.
hey, you just don't want to give a triple, so just right on the center line, top 12 foot, and there really isn't a draw at that point. You'd have to
think
get
we could go a
by the
little
corner
more.
so tight.
Yeah, I think take plenty. It's always going to get there.
Yeah. As long as you don't. Yeah. Touch 12 up. Yeah, I think it's always going to curl enough, Beck. Yep. Yeah. I like that.
Okay, top 8. Just clean just now. I think we're heading.
Line's fine. Line's there. Line's good.
Eve Muirhead's final stone here in 4, trying to put a good guard on and put some real pressure on China.
They're calling it top 8, so now trying to lock a freeze right on the button.
Yep. Okay.
But that does set up an out
So,
for Team China. A nose hit will make the double and score 1, and you can see Eve, that's missing a beautiful opportunity to almost guarantee yourself a steal.
we knew that was heavy.
小漏，小漏。哦，
So a nose hit.
他们俩是站死的吗？
基本上差不多，打定就行。
Last stone, 4th end.
9秒5。
China's Han Yu
琪琪，看到你，
trying to hit and stick here for a single.
This is getting close to the guard though, needs to get by. Does, good double.
Good sweeping to make that shot for the skipper, and they get a single and tie this game up after 4, pardon me.
不死一点，辛苦。
不死黑。
行，这边拿一分就行。拿。琪琪，再来，再来。我去，好强！
Even gets the roll underneath a little bit, Kevin.
And that was hardly there. so
Yes.
really held that rock nicely, and good point. That was a hard-working 1 point.
也是可控的，抓多一点就掉的特别慢。但是我觉得还是别加那种特别多的抓，就正常来。
Welcome back to Winsport Arena, Calgary, Canada for the LGT World Women's Curling Championship. Feature matchup here with Scotland and China. Tie game, and Scotland has the last stone advantage.
Yeah, that was a great 1 point last end. Eve just coming a little bit heavy on her last and gave Team China, Han Yu, something and made a great double and stayed for a single. So terrific game so far going into the fifth.
Yes, because China was in some real trouble there. So we'll see how this end plays out. Again, Scotland going around the center line as they did a couple of ends ago.
Come down tight, Eve. Whoa, William. Yeah, bounce off. Yep. Roll it off. Okay, Lauren.
Over curled on the come around, a little bit light actually. Broom was probably just fine, just didn't quite have the weight needed. Well, this one has plenty. That's buried into the back of the back eight.
So Scotland try again. Bury one in here.
Yeah, with hammer, trying to be in front of the tee.
Trying to make this curl.
Come on, keep going, it's good.
It's really curling. Trying to get it in there.
That's good there, nice spot. Nice.
Well, got it at least half under.
That's good, Lauren. Really nice.
Be a little bit careful not to jam on the back yellow.
China electing to draw here, Kevin.
Well, it's just kind of a tough bump without jamming the back. So thinking, okay, we're not going to try that tough shot. Let's loop a draw around and let's see what Eve does. Maybe make the tap a little easier for us on later in the end.
So a quick update here for you. Switzerland with a 4-1 lead over Estonia, and Estonia here with last stone in 4.
Yeah, and a really good opportunity, a very well played end here, and that the back yellow stone is not a biter, so this is a hit for 2. The back stone looks like it may or may not be. They've decided it's not, so this is a hit for 2. It looks just fine. The yellow will be further in, so 2 points. 4-3. Nice deuce.
Marie Turman is another one of the players headed to the World Mixed Doubles in a couple of weeks in Aberdeen. As we take an update, look at an update here between Sweden and Japan. Japan with a 1-point lead, but Anna Hasselborg with last stone here.
Anna made a really good bump on her first, and then Yoshimura made a double on her last, and leaving this draw to the 8-foot for Anna Hasselborg, needing full 12 at least. Anna gets in there and does a little sweeping, and all good, 2 points. Really good end on sheet D.
Jag tänkte sätta dit den så fick jag inte iväg så missade jag det. Missade tåget. Ja, så då tänkte jag, helvete, så lär jag gå upp och så.
China making the very nice little short run back.
好像没有10秒。10秒3。嗯。公司的运气姐。
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. Woo. Hard. Great. Good. Nice shot.
Excellent shot. I like the way Eve calls that. Nose is okay, but if we do happen to get a roll inside, the tolerance being be a little tight, don't be wide and jam. You can imagine you be a little wide here, you jam and leave it on the button. So by making sure you're on the nose or a little bit tight, it worked out perfect. So I really like the way Eve handled that situation.
10秒5，10秒67，哎，可以擦一擦。10秒67，再擦一擦。10秒67。哇，可林，11秒，教练。
Trying to get a little bit of a roll inside. Oh, great shot. There's no double there, so really well done. May force Eve into the come around.
这个灯的半场。
This felt slow to me, so don't be afraid to give it. Yeah.
Talking about the path out there, Kevin, a little heavier maybe?
Well, just Lauren's come around ended up quite light, so she's saying maybe give it a little bit more. She didn't think she was light, but it didn't get there. This is really moving in this spot.
You've got to be at least a stone past it. Keep going.
Look at that curl.
Ooh, and it just gets by that top yellow one into the full 8-foot.
Probably forces a run back, I suppose, but look at this sweeping. You'd think it had lots of room. It was way off the center line at the hog.
Well swept. Really good sweep. Nice.
头后就粘，头不好的。哎，可以，先粘一个，完了你之后你就往后。
But I would say it was 14-3. It wasn't as much as what I was looking for at the hand, and it actually dragged nice.
也不是很难，粘上也没有这个劲。选一个，选一个可以，可以选一个。OK， 可以，这边来。
我粘上自己的赢他吗？不赢。
If you do play the red across the yellow, yellow hits the red, there's a really good chance the red's going right back and hitting that back yellow anyway. So that's why they're looking at the come around.
直接选一个可以。
你粘这和选没啥区别。
就让我选到后头，他往后扎，老韩还能再选。
对，因为他现在投到白色的地方就两个。
我觉得逆时选一点好。对，这边要是打定了，
行，决定了线可也挺好的。嗯，加油，姐姐。
这次会掉一点是吧？
来，掐你多大力量
？13秒7，13秒3，我掐。14秒3。
So decided on the come around?
I think it's probably the right call, just with the angles that are provided up front. Have to take lots of ice the way this curls, though, to be able to get by all the rocks along the middle and try to throw this into the back four, something like that. to bury it.
顶点线的，量有点小。力量，线路 OK， 56，线路 OK， 线路特别好，只是力量。线路悠悠可以踩。线路好。6，兄弟可以下线了。56。
This is really starting to move now.
全力了，哈利，特别好。再来，哈利。
Had the line needed, but just a little bit light.
So a chance here for Scotland. Kevin.
A terrific chance to get it to the inside, but not easy. As you can see, the yellow is slightly buried, and of course, if Scotland were to nose it, there'd be an easy slash double.
Okay, I think we can definitely get. Do you think you can get the roll in? Yeah. I think you could have hacked. It's either that or you ignore it and kind of come here, but. I don't have that on the inside. Okay, hack. Okay.
Trying to get the inside roll.
Make sure you get the roll. Okay.
Make sure to get the roll. That's right. Otherwise, it'll be an easy double if this hangs out to the nose.
Yep, easy hack. Hard. Hard, Sophie. Back line. Hard.
Trying to get by.
Curl. On the red, Sophie. On the red.
Now trying to make it curl to catch a bigger chunk.
Go. Okay, good try. Okay. Okay, Vic.
So now the run back to live 4.
Just the weight. 10秒。哦，10秒。来。可以是打定偏这边那个杆。啊，懂了。
Next door on sheet A, Denmark and Czech Republic. Yeah.
Yeah, great opportunity here. And actually, Madeline Dupont on her first actually had a half rock double to lie 2. Took her own out, rolled over to the side, which is the rock, the yellow you're seeing. This one needs to hang on. Needs to hang on. And that's going, it looks like too far. But definitely 2.
I would say 3. So let's measure this too. Can we measure, please?
So they do measure that, and it ends up only being a score of 2 for Czech Republic, but they have a 3-2 lead after 5.
That was good negotiation, though. I think 3. I think 2. Okay, well, we better measure. I like that kind of stuff.
You almost want to just hit this first. Just first. Even if you do one here, the last one. I think we take a wee bit less, because even if we do miss this and hit this first, it might even feel that. So do a little more. Yeah.
Just touch that side one.
Yeah.
So try to just touch the top yellow to hold the shooter. A nice raise was made, but did jam on the back, which is certainly a possibility. Left a biter.
Yeah.
I can only see like an inch of the other one, but I think we've got to go for it.
Yep. Are you going to hit like the one that's partly covered first, or are you going to hit the open one
No, the
first?
one that's partly covered.
Okay.
A wee bit less. Yeah.
And once again, trying not to jam on the back red. It's tricky to not. And hold the shooter as well. Tough shot. Very close. Very, very close. And hold the shooter.
Great shot.
It does.
What a nice shot there by Eve Muirhead.
Thanks. Really
To
nice.
sit 2.
Good sweep call. Really nice. I know. Really good shot. Oi, oi.
打出一点儿，就这个，直接奔那个打就行。
On you now, lining up the double.
行，可以。加。得2/3。
点点来，这么大。
9秒。
8秒。 来一点点点。
Last stone for Han Yu, trying to make these two red ones disappear. After a very nice shot by Eve Muirhead.
8秒5。8秒23。
Must be close.
Oh, really good throw. Just got a little bit unlucky, but good try.
OK， 可以。OK， 这脚有点难看呢。
So that means a open draw here for Muirhead.
It's normal speed. Like that, so curl good for you, I think.
Yeah, a good opportunity to get the lead at the half here for Eve. Terrific on her first. Terrific shot.
Okay, quite like it. Top 4. Line's good.
You can't harm it.
It's good. Top 4. Great. Line's really good. Not Carlin. Okay.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Sweepers seem to like it coming into the rings.
Let it come down.
Okay.
Good Eve.
That will be score of 2 for Scotland, and they take a 4-2 lead over
Really nice.
China going into the break.
Good job. Thanks.
I thought it could have sprung up too far, but just.
地已经擦了，但是擦完了。I see the hit this way is okay. No, never curl.
Yeah. Yep.
Take a look at the highlights here from the first half. Start off in the third end, and Scotland has a chance here.
Yeah, nice chance for 2, and actually Team China had 2 or 3 double chances, but just couldn't get it.
Nice, Eve.
So leaves a hit, and that is 2 points for 2-1 lead at that point.
And we go to the next end, the fourth end, and China had been looking like they were in trouble here, Kevin.
Yeah, Eve was just a little heavy on her last, and she wanted to throw a guard, end up coming in and locking a corner and giving a potential double here, but this gets extremely close to the guard, but the sweepers get it by. That's a big 1 point to tie the game when it looked like Team China might give up 1 or 2.
And then to 5, and again a chance here for a couple for Scotland.
It was a great end. Eve on her first made a terrific thin double and held the shooter as a biter. Han Yu then tries a double, actually makes contact with both, but hangs it on the back 12 foot. So draw for 2. 2 it is, 4-2
Really nice.
at the half.
Good job, Chase.
Here's an update on the other games being played here. Czech Republic with a 3-2 lead over Denmark. Our feature game there you see on sheet B. Sheet C, Switzerland and Estonia in a 4-4 tie. And in the sixth end, Sweden leads Japan by 1.
See how that gets on.
Any more fruit or mini eggs for anyone?
That's fine, thank you.
No, thank you.
Really cute bags, many.
Thank you. Well, I had one of those.
It's a good job you got that badge right, Sig.
I think so.
Let's just line them up, and if you can kill the one round the corner, then.
We'll take a look at the numbers here after 5. And Scotland with a slight edge, especially in the total, or pardon me, in the hit percentage. And they do lead 4-2. And here we are again, the LGT World Women's Curling Championship. Second half of our feature game between Scotland and China. As you see, a couple of deuces by Scotland, and they have the 4-2 lead. Here in 6, I'm Jill Officer, and I'm joined by Olympic and World Champion Kevin Martin. Happy to bring you this call of our last round robin draw.
Make it good, guys. Should be close, 13-8. Easy, easy back. That's perfect. Really nice. Good work, guys. Nice. That's good. 13-8, did you say? Yeah. Okay, perfect. Nice.
Good stone for Scotland to start this end. Nice game here by Jiang Xindi.
Yeah, really good numbers. Wanting the corner guard. 2 points down. Need to be aggressive here for next couple of ends. Try to get 2 points. Going to be on the logo. You know, GT logo. That's where the corner guards like to be, and that's well done.
Pretty even game there for Lauren Gray.
Yeah, right on the average for her week.
Looks like it's coming out. Hey, we're good. Okay, line's perfect. Back. Whoa. We're good. I think that's nice. It came down nice. No. Whoa. Great shot. Good, Lauren. Good. Nice. Really nice.
That'll help the percentage move up. 2 perfect rocks here. Out-turn freeze here to shot stone. It is a little bit open. Not much, but a little bit. So trying to throw the freeze. Line looks good if the weight's good. Trying to lock it on. Well, that is locked on. Almost no separation. Good shot. Really good shot.
Well judged by the sweepers, too.
Ice. Positive release here, definitely curls. Okay.
Another right on the mark. Oh, mind you, caught myself there, Sophie. This is Sophie's only game this week as the alternate player, so.
So you're thinking that makes sense.
Yes, took me a second. It's been a long week in isolation, Kevin. My brain's still warming up.
Yeah, really good come around here. Line looks perfect.
Great shot, well called, Eve.
Really nice freeze.
Nice.
那个这样吧，打耍。OK。薇姐这样好一点。10秒5，打到这儿就有。转起来。不行，稍微一点。
On you not liking the angles in the house, and rightfully so. So try to hit the center guard and roll into the rings. Change things up a little bit.
Zhongli Jun.
11秒。11秒。
So kind of trying a peel and roll in. So sort of a heavy hack kind of weight. Looks pretty good. I'd like to roll it in. Quite. Just curled a lot, hog line in.
OK， 加油，加油！等色了，然后蹬的时候也提点力量。不是这个蹬的就是小，蹬的可能是11秒2。
Seam release, that was perfect.
And update for you on Czech Republic and Denmark. Czech Republic with a 1-point lead, and Denmark with last stone, Kevin.
Yeah, Denmark has to draw against two. Anna Kubiskova, the Czech skip, made a really nice hit and rolled in for a biter, the top biter you see, and that made it so that there was no blank attempt, and this is a draw to the 12-foot for one, and no problem getting the draw, but what a terrific shot by the Czech Republic skip to force the issue. So tie game now, 3-3.
And that is the one game out here that does have implications on how things play out for the qualification games and playoffs tomorrow. So we will keep you updated on that later. See Hanyu with her stopwatch there. Timing every rock.
Well, this one is just throw it hard.
Yes.
Because need to clear up some mess out front here. Oh, almost. Just need to curl up just that little bit more. So pretty good chance now for Team Scotland and Eve Muirhead to throw another guard and really make it tough for Team China to score, because you can see the in-turn draw is blocked by the yellow corner. The out-turn draw is really tough. The yellow rock is kind of poking out quite a ways. Tough draw to the side of the button, so good opportunity for Victoria to put this guard just right and really make it tough.
We've just been having a pretty good game.
Trying not to leave a lot of angle here. Oh, line's really good. Bite center.
Nice. Good sweep, Soph.
Oh, red onto yellow, yellow back into the pack is the call. Need to open up that 4-foot circle soon.
Dong Chi
needs to curl up a little to make contact.
Twice in a row, they've just ticked that second one.
That second rock just keeps dodging.
Yes.
So close.
That's causing them some trouble.
It's definitely causing trouble, yes. And
Absolutely perfect.
Eve would like to guard about half of the yellow, and then the other half almost biting center line would be perfect with this rock. Just about. Just a little wee bit off of center.
Halfway.
Yep, Sophie.
Sophie. Line's good. And the BKT.
Just want to keep this rock out. Does not want it to get much of the center line, or it will leave an out-turn angle raise.
Stop. Nice shot. That's fine.
I think that does the trick.
Almost over curled.
Well, they're having a go at the raised yellow onto red. And that's what Eve was trying to stop from happening. So it did over curl a little bit. Yeah, get by the guard tight. Yellow onto red. Back red will go. Middle yellow will stay in the house. So this is a really good opportunity to set up here. If this goes over the top of the red, you'll lose the yellow because of the drag effect. So it's important to hit yellow directly onto red. This needs to curl up a little, get close to the guard. Great shot. Almost rolled the shooter in too. Nicely done. And I was just over curled on that guard enough to leave this a beautiful angle raise, direct hit, so the yellow doesn't go very far.
Nice shot by Dong Ji-chi. So a hit and roll here opportunity for
Where are we rolling to?
Scotland.
Is that not just going to make the double easy?
No, because the double is easier. I think a shorter roll's better. Farther roll. No, shorter. Yeah,
Even nose hit, actually. Just don't want to roll onto the center line and leave a double with the reds, roll to center, make the double, roll behind the corner, and all of a sudden a three's in play
Nose isn't terrible.
for Team China. So even a nose here would be okay.
Even just like half.
Or roll half buried under.
Yeah, really like that.
11 of this.
11. Yeah. Nice.
Here more.
First of skip stones here, and
Little heavy.
good numbers for Eve this game.
Trying to get this to curl so they get a roll a little bit.
Nice shot.
That's what he talked about, trying to get a little bit under. So very good.
Nice. Really good. Good. Nice. That's really nice placement. Good. Glad we talked about that after the last game. Yeah, I got some weight on it.
Trying to roll the shot stone. Hit the shot stone, roll behind the corner.
我觉得可以把这个先打往外甩，让他打咱们。你要是传一个晃的呢，怎么传呀？传没那个线，10秒有呀，那个脚啊，11秒，一点点，加油，加油。
First stone and sixth end here for Han Yu. A little lower numbers than she's had for the week.
Trying to roll this behind the corner. That's a very nice shot.
Now time for decision for Scotland while we take a look at Sweden, Japan. Sweden up one, but Japan with last stone here.
Yeah, good game over here on sheet D. Nobody really getting many good opportunities to score big ends, and this is a blank opportunity. Trying to hold on to the hammer going into 7, but this is moving quick. Must have turned it just a touch. So doesn't roll out, so tie game, 3-3 now after 6.
So that if she goes for the double, she's always rolling out.
It's hard to get there.
Do you think?
Not leave it a double.
No, well, it's going to be a hard double. Harder than probably.
Just show it. What about here? Right here.
That's a fairly simple one as well. It's just.
Even T-line is pretty good, but then she has to play this for one, like just top fours. So she's going to go for that, I think. Okay, T-line.
Do you like that? You
Yeah.
prefer that to the going back?
I just think going back, we're not leaving her double, but.
Go back then. I'm happy with that. Yeah.
I think I prefer back.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I like that.
Back
Yeah,
four.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, back 4 will give a double. It won't be easy, but there will be a double. Unless by chance Eve were to come by the yellow in the top 8 tight and over berries, then there'll be no double. I'm a bit surprised by this. Call being that you're 2 up.
What placement do you like here, Kevin?
Oh, just hit the open one. And then there's a tap for 2, but you have hammer. This is dangerous.
Okay, I think we're pretty good.
Line's good.
Back 4.
Back foot's perfect.
Stay close. Yep.
Clean.
Yep.
Line's
Yep.
really good. Line's really good. Line. Top forward. Line. Hard line. Hard. Hard.
Trying to get this by the one in the top of the 8 foot.
Keep going, Sophie. Keep going.
Come on.
Keep going. Roll off. Roll off. Go.
And it rolls off, but not quite for a second shot.
Yeah, the worry is hitting this right in the pocket. They're trying to get by that, and this weight would have been top 8. So if you just barely get by, there would have been no double. This would have worked out. But just cannot get it by.
Okay.
Well, looking at the double and just didn't like it, so now, so Eve kind of escaped here a little bit, only giving a chance for 2.
这个挺薄，老韩。
打有效果。
你这个打后了
They're
有
just
没有？
wondering if the guard isn't in the
我觉
way.
得咱们就拿这
They're
把
coming
立着就行
through
了。OK，
the pocket. They're just not sure the pocket's available. So
就是打这个。
if the pocket's not available, you can't hit it. so then this would be the right call,
我
definitely.
10秒5，10秒5。这个可以吗？可以。啊，CB 一直顶线带着啊。
So intern nose hit. Needs to be close to nose though. Can't afford to roll too far.
Final stone, 6th end. China with a chance for 2. This one's really moving, Kevin.
Yeah, over towards the center.
好强！去。
Does it spin back in? It's, well, 1 for sure. Looks like only 1.
Looks like only 1. Yeah, you see here it's curling a lot, and they actually get by the guard, but
哎妈，这边怎么掉那么大？
catch their own yellow one first
力量挺好的。
to get that action off of their shooter, and it does not sit in time for the 2 points. So bit of a bullet dodged by Scotland, and
Yeah.
they have a 1 point advantage, and we'll have the hammer playing 7.
加油！咱们可以站2个，然后就往中间投。
Did Devin not say that?
Welcome back here to LGT World Women's Curling Championship. And Scotland dodging a bit of a bullet last end and only giving up a single to China. Now has 1 point advantage and last stone here.
14秒6，感觉能停。哎呦，减一点，拜托。停！好强！14秒6，哎呦我的。
Okay.
Did stay short,
Here before, wasn't it?
just barely, but good enough.
Top 8, top 4. Sophie, top 4.
D-line. Make sure you're there. Line come down, Eve.
Leave it heavy. Sophie, if you can.
Back 8.
Back 8. Sophie.
Trying to get some finish here on this.
Go.
Buried a little bit.
Good sweep. It's coming down. Yeah.
Just heard Eve say it's starting to come down, Kevin.
Well, that side has been used a lot more than the, say, the intern side on this side has been used less. So probably flattening the pebble maybe a little bit by now. This one's really moving again. Sweeper's doing a terrific job. Quite a bit, actually. Quite a few shots have been saved by the great sweeping for Team China.
It's a long week for those sweepers. And they're still putting their all into it. Get the little flip underneath.
Top four, we're all there. Hey, Vicky. Oh, we're past. Yep, we're not. Yep, we are. I don't know. Yep.
Little in between there, I think, and Eve wasn't sure what to do with that. As we take a look at Switzerland, Estonia in a tie game, and Alina Petz throwing last stone here for Swiss.
Yeah, Alina Petz, Team Switzerland, sitting 1 in the back of the 4-foot circle. So an opportunity here with an out-turn draw, trying to get into the top full 8. Just needs to get through the hole. That was the trick part of this one, and no problem. And that's 2 points, so opens up a bit of a lead, 6-4 after 6.
You see Carol Havald playing in place of Silvana Terenzoni, taking a break as they've already locked up first place. And there's a few alternate players out here tonight, including our Sheet and Sophie Sinclair stepping in at second here on the Scottish team.
Well, that was a really nice shot. Team China lining up yellow, red, right in an exact straight line. So not much Eve can do. She just has to open things up a little bit. Putting lots of weight on this one. A little extension. Well, that definitely opened up the middle.
Really nice. Good job.
Yeah, that's a good result. Nice when you can throw the rock hard. I didn't hit this exactly where Eve was thinking, but with all that weight, everything just went. Really nice result.
China wanting to put the center guard back up. Really working to force Scotland here.
Which is still a really good possibility. It's just now the chances of a steal aren't as good with that terrific shot on the last one by Sophie. That's a pretty well-positioned guard. Eva's looking at maybe making the slash, get rid of shot stone behind the corner, but that's dangerous. If you ever rammed it, ended up hitting it onto your own. So just playing the other way, the easier side. Trying to get rid of the guard and the rock on the side. That was a really good try.
Very close. Center guard go back up again for China.
China's sitting 2, so the force is on the goal already. If they could ever get a center guard placed nicely, then maybe the steal is on the goal.
抖音的力量，可以，抖音的力量在擦啊。3区能擦，能擦啊，3，再近点行吗？可以了，可以了，太近了，
好球儿。
啊 ，OK， 好球。多大？15秒1 ，OK。我给了一点出手。哦，可以，挺好的。
Okay. Just gonna run so far.
Run nice. That was pretty in.
Well, maybe a chance to get rid of a couple of yellows here. Have to hit this fairly thin quarter rock. Maybe get rid of the shot stone behind the corner. It's not easy.
Here, let's six offs. Hard, roll in.
This is curling quite a ways.
Just catches the back of their own red, and it misses the one in the house. I think they were hoping it might bump into that yellow one.
Yeah, it was close. Close to making that.
Here, thicker, yeah.
We're all like,
Good throw.
Vicky using the body language, hoping to make that rock stay in there.
It works, you know.
That body language, yeah. Okay, center guard again. I don't know if Eve will peel another one, though. I think she might go around. We'll have to wait and see, but... She is peeling it off again one more time.
Thinner. Third.
I think I'd rather try do that.
Okay. Here, thinner. Yep, third. Yep, same way. Gotta go. Hard so, come on.
Trying to get the double now. Yellow onto yellow. This is close.
Oh, and it will just roll it to the edge of the forefoot.
Okay, so.
It's a little bit unlucky there. It's a good throw.
It's okay, you made it in time this time.
Okay, you need to get one of
I
them.
hate
like,
it when the other skip's gone down and you feel like you can't cross.
Yeah.
Cross
you
the
like get
river.
caught.
这个位置，要不就这儿吧。高一点，这个这儿。我感觉可以往中区。这儿呢？是吗？不，那儿不好，不行。我觉得就别的不让他打甩就行，让他打着呗，打完。行，可以。这个稍微立一点，他没有大波，这个就行。4区。
Just coming into the top of the rings here, Kevin.
Yeah, the line is the key to this one.
行，OK。
Just don't want to set up a triple, so something in the top 12, maybe half a rock towards the line side. So don't show the inside, but show the outside.
那就别一点吧。
Of shot stone right there. That's beautiful. Right there would be perfect.
好，OK。我想想啊，我觉得都可以这样了，还一半一半这样。可以。1015可以给他1分，让他打。
Yeah, good chance to put some pressure on right now. This guard is made perfect in the top 12. Eve will likely have to take on the double. And then the force is for sure on, or maybe a steal opportunity.
4秒1。
行，这边走吧，他们。
几区？4区。沙子位置。3、4。可以随你的。4。可以随你来。5区等等。5区等一等。5。可以下来一点吗？能。5区等一等。不行。可以下来。
Taking a look here at Switzerland, Estonia. Switzerland up 2, and Estonia facing a bundle here, Kevin.
Yeah, Lena Petz on her last. That's a shot stone in the forefoot. Came around to a half-buried rock of Estonia's. Actually made the bump and stayed almost buried, forcing a very difficult shot here. Estonia was thinking they were going to get 2. And Elena made a really nice one. And this looks like a really impressive draw right to the side of the button. Great shot. Great shot. 6-5 now. Team Switzerland, but Team Estonia is giving all they can handle.
Estonia, of course, making their first appearance at the World Women's. And we take a look at Sweden and Japan in a tie game, and Anna Hasselborg with last stone.
Yeah, this is a really well played end, and this is a hit and maybe just a slight roll inside, double and roll inside. This is an opportunity for 3. 2 definitely, but any kind of a roll inside will be 3. There's 3. What a beautiful shot.
Sa väl att vi skulle ta 3, eller?
Ja, jag trodde faktiskt jag sa det.
Bra. Det blev fel där. Jag kunde inte. Vadå?
Take another look at that, and like you said, Kevin, just a little on the inside, and they all move. That's a big score of 3 for Sweden. And they're happy about that, of course, so they are up 6-3 after 7.
A surprising flash on our sheet. Eve going for the double on the middle 2 and actually just threw this outside and breezed it right by. So chance to go top button for Team China. If this is made perfect, top button, you might see Eve hit and stay on the wide one and just say, okay, I'll give you your steal of 1. We still have the hammer. This is going to... Well, did leave the intern head overcurl a little bit. Ended up in not too bad of a spot, though, blocking the draw. So Eve's got to be a little careful here. Cannot afford to roll too far one way to the outside, and then can't afford, of course, to tick the guard, tick the rock in the top 12. So
Okay, 11. Yeah.
needs to be exact.
Nice.
Doesn't do too much here.
No, it's a
It
nice
will
line.
curl like it.
Okay. You got this, Eve.
Queen's good. Queen. No. 11. Queen. Yeah.
Queen's good.
The final stone here in 7. Scotland trying to hit and stick here.
Needs to get by.
We're good. Good Eve. Nice.
And it's just in time, and it's a single for Scotland.
We got it. Good shot.
Probably letting out a sigh of relief there on that one, that it sat down, and they will take a 5-3 lead after 7.
Nice Eve. They're finished.
正常打2分就行，边区正常站一个。OK， 来，感觉边上中间是。
gave you down here.
Yep.
I gave you lengths going this way, didn't I? Or was it the same?
Give lengths this way.
Yeah, that's all. Okay, top four. Held on to it.
Okay.
I think it's
Line's
like
really nice.
Here we are in the 8th end of our feature matchup.
never off.
Scotland, China, and Scotland with the 2-point lead, but China with last stone in the even ends, Kevin.
And there have been lots of chances both ways, lots of rocks in play.
Okay, sorry.
So it's just a matter of, you know, who's going to make the big shot to really break this game open. And because there's been definitely some chances.
可以低一点。15.5。顶线的，这处有点直。6，不是23。
Trying to make this corner guard really well, right on the
37。
LGT logo.
哇，就够了呢。OK， 这儿啊。刷的小一点，小一点点。可以了，线掉下来。好球，好球。
Nice to put those logos right there. It's something good for the front end to aim at when you're throwing the corner guards. It's just a nice distance from the house. It's just right.
Good. It's good for the sponsor too to be referencing it all the time.
没事儿。
As we take a look at the numbers between the leads. Jiang Xindi with a edge, but pretty good numbers for both leads here.
Okay, we're quite close. Okay. Top 8, top 4. Yeah, Rossi.
Line's good.
Yeah, line. Line's good. Just
Here,
wait.
top 8, top
Line's
4.
good. Hard.
It's curling. Line's good.
Wait, line's perfect.
Wait
Just for
only.
wait. Line's perfect. Just for
Wait
wait.
only.
The first one being in the top 12. Now you can go around it.
Curl.
That's perfect. Good. Perfect. Well swept. Really nice one.
Well swept.
Nice.
Nice one.
Well swept. Well swept.
I'm trying to get the little roll in behind. Make sure you keep your shooter in play.
10秒。等一等，9秒78。可林，9秒78，10秒。9秒78。10秒。我得猜一下，Harry。他投
Oh, nicely done. Got the double. Almost rolled behind the corner. But good result.
10秒。
Czech Republic, Denmark, and oh, there's a few rocks in play here, Kevin, and last stone for Anna Kubishkova.
Yeah, the last rock for Denmark was actually a draw coming down the same line. There's a line into the button here, and had Team Denmark been able to make it, would have been a very difficult score, but you'll see the yellow stone in the top 12. That was the attempted come around. So left and out turn draw to the button for 2, very difficult. But look at that, 2 touching the button. 2 points, 5-3 now after 8.
顶点线的。6、7。哎，这滑谁是带的？力量够了。6、7、6。等等线，7下线带着的。天发。哎，带着的。森姐的。8区先等。
Trying to get this around the corner.
6、7。可以下线。
Line's really nice. Yeah, that's completely lost under the guard. So nicely done.
这儿有点大。啊？力量大。就前后锅这么大。OK。这个我等会儿提了，我又提力量了，又提出手了。
So Eve having a look at the situation decides that was a really good shot. So peel the guard. Try to open it up.
Whoa. Clean. No. Right. Okay. Good throw.
Looks no problem.
Nice shot.
It's a good throw actually. It's just too much ice.
Eve was thinking of maybe having the yellow guard come across the top of the red. But you can imagine that if you're a little bit thick, you hit the guard onto the red one, roll it into the house, and now Team China's drawing to lie 3. So that's certainly the right way to miss a shot. Make sure of the peel. Now trying to throw the guard back again. Trying to get this a little bit closer to the rings. Looks pretty good. There might be a hole through there, but it's not very big.
No, but Eve didn't waste much time indicating the call for that, Kevin.
Well, just don't want to wee tick either the yellow or the red. Otherwise, the 3's in play.
Okay, so you're going for 11. Okay. Wade's good. Yep.
Must be close.
Yeah. Wade's the hair done. Hard. Whoa. Wade's perfect.
They do tick the guard and tick the Chinese stone in to sit 2.
No, Wade was good.
That actually hit about a quarter rock, so that was a very small hole to go through.
Okay, Vic. Wade was good.
Oh, stupid playing that.
Yeah, it was.
Vicky didn't care for that call. She's had a good game though, outplaying her opposition.
这儿不的，这都有 double， 我觉得往这儿投。偏后跟他平就行。这儿就行。OK。琪琪往这儿投一个吧。好。8去平行跟后面那个就行。好。14秒，13秒8都行。再给我稍微收一点点。
Well, pretty nice chance. Get a 3rd rock in. Something back 4 foot, kind of straight across from the side one. Be a tough double all over the place then. Because you know Vicky Wright will be going for a double somewhere. So try to keep them all as difficult as possible. Kind of back 4, maybe even back 8. Back 4, even back 8. Yeah, really nice.
Perfect.
So there is a double, but there's nothing you can do about that. But it's all the way across the house, so not easy at all.
No. Easy peel. Hard soft.
Trying to hold this straight with a half rock.
Any roll.
Even a bit of a roll is okay. Well, more than that. He wanted to roll better than the biter of the 8 foot.
Okay, Vic. Okay, it's okay.
So nose hit now. Team China.
Okay.
So right on the nose. You do not want to roll inwards anywhere because that'll make it easier double.
And that will roll over and leave a bit of a pocket there for Scotland to maybe work with. And we'll take a look at Switzerland, Estonia. Switzerland up 1, and Alina Petz with the hammer.
Yeah, Alina Petz is a frustrating person to curl against when she's curling like this. And
I know that.
Estonia, yes, Estonia again had a great house. The red shot stone That was Alina Pet's hit and roll. Estonia comes around, buries, and it's a tap for 2. A really good end played by Team Estonia, really good, but ends up giving up 2. 8-5.
Yes, I played many games against Selena, and oh man.
Yeah, when she's on, she's so good.
Yeah, so good.
So this is a really skinny double being played here. Try to just tick the first one and hit the second one. So this is not easy to hit thin enough. The first one to make contact with the second.
Is she trying to spin it up at all, Kevin? Or?
Well, maybe, but the big thing is this double, and it's very difficult. And that's understandable. That was a really, really tough double.
Close, Eve.
And Eve does have
Really close.
the edge on Han Yu.
That's been a good match, though.
05秒，我那个13秒8，那个4秒。
Right on the tee line,
但这条线跟你那不一样。
on the open side of the house. So this is an out turn across the center line to the tee line. And Eve will have to try that difficult double on her last.
China looking for some separation here. Trying to make this curl, get it as far away as they can and even with their other ones.
That's good. That's good.
稍微擦深了一点点，那还行。行。14秒4，挺平的。
Well, the out turn for Eve is the easier of the two doubles. Of course, neither double is very easy. The yellows are pretty flat across the house. It's not worth the risk of trying a freeze. 2 up at the moment, so even if, worst case, you give up 3, you still have a good chance. But Eve would like, this is a thick half to get the double and only give up a maximum of 2. Trying it to curl.
They just touch it, but won't remove it, and that will be a draw for 3 here.
Oh, so close. Really close with both.
That's as close as you can get without making it. Made contact with the second one, but not enough. So going with the same path, this is a good idea. The weight will be the same. Han Yu's first.
So 8th end, last rock. Chance for 3 here for China.
Oh, it looks just fine.
And that will be 3, and they now take the 1-point lead here. 6-5 China after 8.
第9局，正负1分。对。No five。喝口水。
Yeah. Very high set play. Probably thrown 10 maybe, do you think? 10 or 9 or slash at the red end. Yeah. Slash at the red because it was tight.
Welcome back, 9th end here. Scotland, China in what's been a bit of a battle. The LGT World Women's Curling Championship. And if you're just joining us, this was a draw that was originally scheduled for this past Sunday morning that had to be postponed and is now being played this evening. So 9th end. Scotland now with the hammer. So China with the guard, trying to force this end, and we'll see Lauren Gray go around the middle.
Belt light. Line's good. Belt light. Line's good. Top 8. Wait only.
Just wait.
Wait only.
Top 8.
Let it curl.
It will come down. Line's really nice. Really
All the way through.
Yep, top 8.
Hard.
Really close.
Hard.
Good. Yeah.
Well played.
Nice. Nice.
That's a perfect come around. That's buried. Playing the freeze. Could maybe make the tap, but very difficult. So the higher percentage shot is to throw the out-turn freeze.
等等线，6、7，7区先等，偏8区，8区等，
等一等线
偏
啊，
8区啊，8区等，偏8就有了。
下线可以吗？悠悠，
等一等吧，劲儿太大了。哈，旋过来，减下来了，哈，悠悠哈。
Trying to go around now.
OK， 可以。
Just a little bit heavy on that one. Line was perfect. Just need a little less weight.
Okay, this is a fair line size. Okay. I'll be kind of out to it.
Really similar. Line's good. Stay sweet. Top 8.
Stone.
Line.
Line good. Line good.
Line's good. Wait till line.
Line only.
Make sure we're here though. We're here.
Carve.
Sophie. Becky. Yep. Straight.
Whoa. Whoa.
Trying to bring this right in.
That's good. Good line. Nice shot. Nice.
Over curls maybe a little bit.
Sorry about that one. No, it's me as well.
So take a look at Sweden, Japan. Sweden with a 3-point lead. Japan with last stone here, Kevin.
Yeah, Team Japan though had Sweden in big trouble, and the rock has frozen around the corner between the yellows. That was Anna's first shot. A really nice in-turn draw freeze, and it's just in there so perfect. There's just nothing Team Japan could do to get it out, and that's caused this draw. It looked like most of the end Team Japan would have a shot for 3 minimum, but Anna, you see the red stone locked right in there? That was Anna's shot. So a really nice draw to the button, but it's only for 1. 6-4 after 8.
So timeout called here by Scotland.
It's okay, they've got it.
And we'll see team coach
My gut.
Christian Lindstrom come out
And
after a
even-
quick consult with
Move that, and you
national
move that.
coach David Murdoch.
Probably
They
even
do get,
nicer.
coaches do get
Having
30
those
seconds
long
of
together,
travel
yeah.
time, but as the situation sits, it's at
Okay,
the
so they're
close end.
opening it up then to the
And
line court
my
to
apologies,
show
it's
you.
actually David Murdoch that's going to come out and consult with the team.
Freeze this, and if we could move that to there.
I mean, we're always leaving this chop in at some point, but you know, if they bounce out, then we're looking good. It's either that or we try move the guards, but then we're going hard for 2 at that point because we've got a lot of stones in the rings, right? So
Yeah, because they're going to take the nose double, then we're lying.
I quite like this. I think.
I
Come
don't
here,
mind
if we
it
could just move
and
that a couple
free it up
inches.
a here, and then
Yeah.
if they don't make this, we're still looking good. We've got 2
kinda got
rounds.
one-
If we can
one
line,
shot.
if we can line these
Yep.
up, even get a touch on the
Yep.
inside, it would be
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
once you're good, then once you're good, like go and tap a here, right?
Yeah. Throw my stone. Your stone. Yeah. Okay. So you just want to throw probably a positive T.
Positive T.
Yeah. Even if we do just freeze, it's okay and
Okay.
get slight inside.
13-5.
Okay. 13-5, which is close.
Yeah. like that call.
So come around, Kevin.
Come around, yeah, and Eve's talking about maybe bumping a little bit. But I don't know if you can get to the inside and bump both. The rock's totally buried, so
That's it.
even if you come up a few inches short of a freeze, then if the angle raise is attempted, there'd be no double.
Close. What do you think?
So
I think that would be close.
the bottom line is get this buried.
Look, one was close. Do you like that, so?
I think so. Just be careful of this one, right? Because it does. This is
It might bite on it, yep.
yeah. 13.5.
Yep, I won't lift my brush. 13.5. Weight's good.
Wait till you get back forward. Back forward, Becky. Vicky.
So trying to make this curl already.
Going.
Got it, go back. Hard, Vicky. Keep going. Keep going. You've got it. Keep going. All the way. Okay, good try. Just heavy.
Close.
Oh, and just a little extra weight and it'll slide by everything.
So did I.
It's the worst when you take a time out and have that discussion
So that was really close to getting it.
and then unfortunate miss.
She's a hair heavy. Keep trying.
Hard, Vicky. Keep going.
This was simply too heavy.
Keep going. You've got it. Keep going. All the way. Okay, good try. Just heavy.
Close, so. Yeah, it was heavy. 12.5. This is actually complete.
Well, now an angle raise, trying to get the angle double or at least get rid of one of the red stones in the forefoot. Close. Trying to get a skinny half or a third. Does it remove it? I think it will.
What a shot. Really nice.
Yeah, terrific to make the double, but also stayed buried.
And if you watch, it just misses that back yellow one as well. Right there. It just feathers by there. Leaves a great setup here for China.
Heel. Yeah. Back heel. Whoa. Yeah. Yes. Whoa. 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 Nice.
Oh, and
Go on that. Go, go, go. Hard
a
side.
nice shot back, and suddenly all the yellows are gone. And what a nice recovery there by Sophie Sinclair after a miss on her first one.
Well, that was a very confusing end for a while, but this changes it all. All the rocks just clear out. Terrific shot. Because certainly Team Scotland would like a blank this end. That's what you heard Coach David Murdoch saying. Well, if we have to come around, fine. But they wanted to keep the blank alive, and that shot certainly did it.
Sweeping to get that partially buried, but exposed enough that Scotland will chase it around the guard.
Hack. Clean. Please good. Yep. Easy hack. Hard. Sounds fine. Whoa. Whoa. Sophie. Whoa. Whoa. Hard.
Trying to hold the shooter near the side of the ring somewhere.
Nice.
Nice shot. That was 11.
Yeah, really nice shot. So that does open up the possibility of the blank.
I said to her, I was like, you missed that person on purpose, didn't you?
对，我知道，我们是11秒打的那个点。10秒5，海南10秒23，克林10秒23，10秒。
Trying to make the roll underneath here. And it will roll, but pretty good. Might have poked out a little bit.
Maybe a little wee bit, but great shot.
多大？10秒。哦，好。 谢谢。过4 AP。
We'll be good. Okay. What was Martin? Last was 11. We actually thought.
Okay, this is actually gradual. Even
So an update here on sheet A. Czech Republic and Denmark. Currently, Czech has a 2-point lead. This is last stone for Madeline Dupont.
An in-turn draw around the pile of rocks in the house. It looks to me, yellow sitting one definitely, maybe two. Oh, it does kind of stop up. It's definitely two. Oh, it does stop too soon. So that was a great chance for 3, but settling for 2.
And that's been a barn burner of a game over there, and it's tied. Czech Republic with last stone. And again, that's the only game out here that has an implication right now as to how things will play out for the rankings for the qualification and the playoffs tomorrow. We know our 6 teams that are in. It's just where they rank will be determined.
So a nice dig out by Team Scotland. That rock that was almost fully buried. Team China trying to get back underneath again. So we'll stick around. But now a really good chance with the nose hit here to have a chance for the blank for Eve.
Okay, right in the nose.
Yeah.
I've had a couple.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a really nice line.
Easy. Yep. 10-5. Woo!
Close to 11.
Close to 11. Yep.
Want to make sure stay out on the wing here if possible.
Nice shot. Nice.
Really good. So
Was it 11?
in order to stop this blank attempt,
Good. Good. Nice throw.
Hanu's going to have to make a really, really good hit and roll from the edge.
Yes, one of the nicest to like judge and
Yeah.
sweep and
Yeah.
给成了的话，加油！CP 别抬刷子，一直带着。好，加油！
Final stone here for Han Yu. This 9th end. And the sweepers are on this right away.
Trying to stay on the roll. Curling away from center though.
And that will be a nose, so there is the opportunity for blank end here for Scotland. Wasn't looking good earlier in the end, Kevin, but nice shot by Sophie Sinclair.
That's the truth. What a shot. They're in big trouble after the angle raised double was made, and then one shot later there's very little in play. But the all-important blank.
Last stone here in 9. Chance for blank here for Scotland.
Yep. Hard. Keep out there, Sophie.
Wanting the roll out.
Hard.
Oh no.
And it'll just hang on for a single, and that means it's tie game playing 10, and China will have the last stone advantage coming home.
Didn't expect them to curl that much.
No. Okay. That was sounds hard.
Okay. Double centers.
Yeah.
Hard to deal.
Yep.
1、2、加！然后分球的时候，你们爆力量的时候别着急，
准点抱着。
对，准点抱着。对。
Welcome back here to our feature matchup, Scotland-China at the LGT World Women's Curling Championship. Tie game here, and it has been that kind of game, a little back and forth, and China will have the last stone here coming home.
Yeah, just a surprising nose hit on the blank attempt. You work all in to try to get that blank, so you're one down with hammer coming home, and you nose it. So now for Team China, if they can keep the middle open a bit, they'll have a really good chance here. So tick shot being attempted.
12秒，力量特别好，12秒1，嗨，12秒，可林，12秒，等一等，12秒，等一等，12秒，来，有，go，
And the tick is made, and
好球，
they'll get their
好球，
rock out of the way.
Yeah, really nice, opened up the entire, even the 8-foot circle is open. So perfect result.
Same spot.
It's much
Line's
lighter.
really nice.
Much lighter.
Here if we can. One's good. Have a
It's
look.
curling, get it
Just
over.
here. That's good. Nice really good. Well swept, guys. Nice.
So China going up to try the tick again.
Nice one.
This is the big one, isn't it? You make the first one, good, great shot. Now, this could really help your team if you can make it twice.
12秒1，12秒，这个出手了，可林，12秒，嗨，加油，
Looking pretty good.
再来，没问题，好，来了，小丽来，再来，在我边上来，在我边上来，好球。
And made perfectly, too perfect.
Absolutely perfect.
好球，
Very nice shot.
What it was, maybe a 2-foot slower.
So Scotland will try to keep putting guards up.
Now this one trying to be really long, just over the hog line, because then you can imagine either turn half rock, you might get lucky off one of the guards, and it might roll in to the 4-foot circle.
Just clean. We're high.
So wanting to be high as possible.
That's fine.
No, we're halfway. Whoa, off Vicky, just let it stop. Whoa,
Yep,
whoa, whoa.
we're
Yeah,
halfway.
halfway's a little deep. That'll make for an easy peel.
No. We're tight. That's coming up.
No.
Halfway.
No. Good.
Good.
But you can see a half a rock on the outturn side. There's lots of room. So you want that rock out way up higher, and then it's tricky peel.
可林就行。
大力，8秒3，带着点，可林，直接带着点，没问题。可林，8秒3，没问题啊，等一等啊，没事。嗨，
Very good. Half rock.
Yep, no problem. And so Scotland will try to
好球啊，公司
look for a little higher positioning this time.
好，好球。
Yeah, the idea is high enough so that a half a rock goes directly onto the red into the house or onto the yellow near the house and into the house.
Okay, I like
So
it.
just
I like it.
draw out 45 degrees,
It's close.
and that's where you want it.
Here's perfect. Line's good. Here's perfect. Hard. Hard. Hard,
Hard,
guys.
Becky,
Keep
come on.
going. Right with my brushes.
Hard, Becky, come on.
Got to get it over though. Needs to get over.
That's a good sweep.
Oh, great sweeping. Got over by
That's good.
the
Sophie.
smallest
Nice
of
shot.
margins.
Okay.
So now they're hoping for the bit of good fortune here.
You're like, you said you wanted it long.
Look at this. Oh,
Well swept, guys.
Good girl. She said long.
oh, looks like pretty good line. Now, does this rock spin?
好球，可以。
Well, that's covering more of the house. So that's the plan. That was all a plan by Eve once the two perfect pick shots are made.
不影响。
And now you do it again. Measure 45 degrees.
Okay.
And that's where you put the rock. Exactly 45 degrees, so a half rock jams and rolls to the middle. Because everybody in their mind is trained to make peels at a half rock. So that's why you measure it exactly that.
Yep, you can go, Phil.
I had to lot in the hand.
Yes, okay, you can go. You can go.
Just for the sign. Line's
Have a
good.
I'll look. I'll look.
Easy, Sophie. Easy.
No, 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 no. We're
Easy.
fine now.
No,
We're fine
no,
now.
no, no, no. Just on the sign. No, Just no, on the sign. no.
Sorry. Sit.
No. Sit, sit. That's good.
That's good. Okay.
Sit, sit, sit.
Nice.
Well, that's pretty close.
Good, Vic.
Well positioned.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. That was me.
Almost equal angles towards the yellow or towards the red.
Nice throw, Vic.
Excellent.
这都行。技术。哦。先背一个球。等一等，出手揉啊！没事，我。
Trying to make a
一个也行。
peel here.
也行。好球，好球。
They do, and also take one of their own off the side, which is actually a good thing, Kevin.
Well, that the one angle now doesn't help.
可以。这就是第一目的嘛。
So,
Okay.
10th end, all across the sheets here. Czech Republic and Denmark in a tie game. Czech Republic does have last stone. You see them there having the Danish team having a timeout. Our sheet also tied. Switzerland actually just literally tapped brooms, shook hands, whatever you want to call it. And that will go into the books as a win for Switzerland. Sweden, Japan. Sweden with a 1-point lead.
Okay, I think we're a little.
And the hammer.
T-line.
Yep.
Line's good.
And Eve going around the corner guard now that that yellow's gone. A center guard would be easy to peel. There's no jam on that side.
Hard, Sophie.
Now trying to bury this, biting the side forefoot.
Go, 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 go.
Getting pretty buried.
That's good there. Good sweep.
Very good.
I think it's high 14s. Good.
It's buried enough that thinking the come around is too difficult in tap.
清一个，先奔里边找，不行这找的话也是能。
And as we said just moments ago, that'll go into the books as a win for Switzerland. And they were already locked up in first place, but they will finish the round robin with a 12-1 record.
I just want to keep that consistent play going. and They've certainly done that. Playing very well. So trying to run back and roll out a little bit.
And they dead nut it.
这太正了。行，可以。
Well, better than it was. There's a little bit more room for your draw to win now.
可以。
spot here.
Yeah, on
If
the
they
tee
make
line.
this and I come round again, it's a pretty easy hack weight.
Okay.
But right now, this is helping us.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So if they were to slash it onto there, it's a stone less.
Okay.
Do
Tee
you know what
line
I
then.
mean?
I like that.
I definitely like the way Eva's thinking
I
here.
think we go here.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Tee
even
line.
here. I think they're ripping the guard. Even here, it might pull them in to freeze it, and then we freeze them.
Yep.
Okay, so let's go there.
Okay.
Is T line the 8 shot?
T is the A, I think.
Not much
We'll confirm them when she comes
Yeah.
up.
I think I just don't want them to leave them a hit and roll to here, because then they're going to have a nose hit. I think that's good. I'd rather make her draw.
Trying to wrap around. Come as close as they can. Sounds like Kevin. They'd like to be able to bury this as much as they can of this.
Yeah, you can probably bury a half and be tee line or even a little bit behind the tee. You heard Eve say, well, maybe they'll even freeze, but I don't know if they do that, because if you ever tick the red and roll behind the
I
butt
like
and
that. I think that.
a
Give me an
freeze
inch less.
made and
Yep.
you lose.
Okay. Okay. Same as what it's been.
First of Skip Stone's
Light just now.
here in 10.
Okay.
Tie game.
Line's really good. We're light. We're light.
Yep, go then.
China with last rock.
Line's good.
Okay, I'm gonna
Sophie! Hard, Sophie! Hard!
Line looks pretty good if this gets by. Trying to get by the rock. Oh, looks good. Now trying to bury a half.
Perfect weight. Really nice weight.
Oh, really nice shot.
Absolutely perfect weight.
About half open.
可以，就定了，先先完暂停了。
安泰尔 Marco go
哪儿的这个呀？可以，黑词多大力量？10
So
秒5。
timeout, China.
这儿没有那么掉
We'll
线
see.
11秒就是11
Chinese
秒
coach Marco
Yeah.
Mariani,
Yeah.
11秒，打甩。
Yeah, it roll. Yeah.
哦 OK，
We have
along
to
with their
for two
translator.
to follow that one. Yeah.
要是不行掉大了打。
我觉得可以甩的比他近，就甩到这儿。
对，我就甩到这儿就对。
Yeah.
好。
Yeah. I roll. It roll for
这
sure.
儿多行。OK，这儿他再这么扎一个。好，这儿就可以。
After what she do, she try to hit and roll too, but maybe you leave the 4 foot.
对他意思
Hit
就
and
是
roll, no freeze. Hit and roll. Probably freeze, but if they freeze, we see where.
这一点就行。
Okay.
So hit the rock, don't freeze. That's what I heard.
Yeah. No. Want to hit it, but even if you roll out, you'll have the whole 4 foot to draw to win. Where you don't want to roll this is back button. By hitting and just rolling with light weight, you do risk rolling back button. The perfect freeze is made, and you can't win. Because if you try to blast it out, the red in the top 8 will be best.
OK，可以。
And the final on sheet A between Czech Republic and Denmark. And Czechs give up a steal to Denmark in the 10th end for Denmark to finish the round robin. And we will see them again tomorrow as with that game. Denmark and the USA will play in the 4 versus 5 qualifier tomorrow, and Sweden will play Canada in the 3 versus 6 qualifier.
Do you think short of the house is better?
No.
Okay.
Just makes the draw easier.
Okay.
She's definitely not playing the double because there's a spider, so we can be, God, even... Full 12. Full 12's good. We just don't want to be here.
Don't want the freeze. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Same ice?
So Team China's just over curled and ticked
So touching
the front one.
Touching
Touching center on the outside, the stone's perfect.
touching 8's probably max, or full 8's max.
Not much Eve can do. She knows the button's
I
open,
just
but
don't want to overcurl, Beck. I think we can always carve it. Yeah.
even if you leave a little hole, that's okay. almost throw this right on the center
so
line.
Like I said there, full 8 is max, and full 12's perfect. You like that?
Do you know, even if we're short, it's fine.
Yeah, on the line.
I just want to make sure and get the line.
On the line.
For the draw,
Yep.
yeah. I like it. Okay.
On the center line is
Do you
perfect.
like
Leave a
that
little
ice,
hole.
Or do you think that's a lot? I thought that
I
was
think
a bit
that's quite a
much.
bit.
Right, that's good.
Okay, we're top 12.
Line's really good. Sophie a little.
Tight, top 12.
Sophie a little. Hard, Sophie. Hard, so keep it out there. Line's good. Line's good now. Tight. Good, tight's good. Hard, Sophie. Keep it moving. Tight.
Trying to bring this right into the rings a little, but
Three quarters.
Whoa.
already curling a little more than they wanted.
That's fine.
Good.
Okay.
Nice
Good
shot,
guard, though.
Eve. Good shot.
It feels grabby, I thought that was true.
Yeah. Good job, Eve. Well swept.
Draw the button for the win.
I just didn't want to be heavy as long as we got the line right. Definitely not. It's good.
擦一擦也行，但是一轮得点一点，一轮擦一擦也行。
Final stone here for Han Yu. 10th end.
擦一擦，擦到底。
Needs full forefoot for the win here over Scotland.
还行，6特别好，只是力量6、7。
Sweepers seem to like it.
7圈，下路特别好，不用擦了。7，小，
Curling now.
齐着全力，再来，够了，好强！
And they do get it there, and that'll be a single for China, and they will take the win over Scotland by a score of 7-6. And so, final record for Scotland and Eve Muirhead is 6-7, and China moves up to 6-7. And also final on sheet D, Sweden over Japan by a score of 7-5.
Skolbarn. Lite som ett förskolebarn. Ja, vad duktig du var. Nu åker vi hem och sover på en piskan. Ja,
And that wraps up the final draw. And highlights from the second half of our game here in the sixth end. And Eve Muirhead tried to come around to put a little bit of pressure on China and just a little bit short. And this leaves an opportunity for a hit and stick and a score of 2. And they just get by the top guard, but clip their own, and their shooter rolls a little too far. They only score 1. And now here in 7, and Scotland in trouble this end. Needs a hit and stick for a single, and rolls a little bit, but it does just hang on. Just for the single. And to the 8th end, and some missed chances by Scotland leaves this open draw for a big 3 for China. And no problem. They will put 3 on the board and take that momentum forward as they force Scotland to 1 in 9 and now have to draw full forefoot here in 10 for the win. Han Yu, cool under pressure. Sweepers manage this and they drag it to the forefoot, and that is the win for China over Scotland. And so here are all of our final scores. Czech Republic loses a tough one by giving up a steal to Denmark, and China, as we said, over Scotland. Switzerland over Estonia, and Sweden defeats Japan. And so here are the updated standings. We already had seen our qualifiers: Switzerland, RCF, Sweden, Denmark, United States, and Canada have qualified their nation for the Beijing Olympics next year. And these teams have qualified to continue to play here this weekend. So there's Kevin is standing by with Chinese coach Marco Mariani.
So Marco,
Yes.
6 and 7.
Yes.
I guess I'd like to hear your thoughts on finishing off with a big win in this women's championship.
Yeah, we are very happy about the last game because for me it's very important the way you finish the competition, and we do a good job from my point of view, and we beat Hivi. It's not easy, but we are very happy about that.
You know, with a young team and especially a young skip,
Yeah.
having this great performance at this World Championship, how does that make you feel going into, of course, next year in Beijing Olympics?
Yeah, you know, we have do a selection in China, and we see a lot of players. We have a good player, and we trust our way for curling, and we push a lot on the physical performance, not just curling and just curling skill. And Han have both of that skill, and she is very good in curling, and she is very good athlete to play curling.
Yes, well, I also agree with that. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And so we will say goodnight here from Winsport Arena, and the games in the morning, the qualifying games, it will be Sweden versus Canada, the 3 versus 6 game, and Denmark, USA, the 4 versus 5 game. And we will be back here in the bubble tomorrow morning for the LGT World Women's Curling Championship, start of the playoffs.